Virgin soul.
Okay, well, good evening to you guys, our listeners, viewers across the country, and those around the world. Good evening to you, Class FM 92.9, DJ Arrow. On this, it's a hot one. It is a hot Monday evening out there in Rainbow City, Anguilla, and I'm in for the Monday evening show right here on Class FM Radio, DJ Hammer. And this evening, folks, as I told you earlier, sometime earlier through the week, last week, prior to that as well, that as we count down to Anguilla Summer Festival, our programming will take much more of a cultural tone, and, one of those slants. We'll bring that to you every single time. We are a part of the culture. We are steeped in culture. In fact, Class FM, really, we were birthed from culture in a very big way. Someone who believes in the culture preservation of Anguilla. I believe in the showcase of culture here in our country, Anguilla. And it's very important that we, as a people, embrace and our culture with both hands. And perhaps the better word would be wholeheartedly, right? So this evening, folks, before we get into our segment, our meat of our program tonight here, there's a youngster. He's an Anguillan. And this is all part of culture as well, and all part of preserving what is Anguillan. He's out of in the UK. He's up late tonight, really waiting for a call, really, because he have a brand new song here, quite a bit different, but he's an Anguillan, and you have to showcase your people. You have to showcase your people. And their talents in a very big way. Here on Class FM, we pride ourselves in that too. You would have seen it yesterday when we were on the water with the boat racing, the boat race. You would have seen our work there, because that is our commitment to showcasing what is Anguillan, our commitment to preserving the Anguillan way of life, the Anguillan cultures, what has historically been a part of this Anguillan way of living. We're here to ensure that we, preserve for one, and also highlight the happenings to our people and the world. All right, so right now, folks, this brother, Ink the artist, he's out of Little Licks Anguilla. He's out of Little Licks, the Rooties Yum folks across there, and he is one of the great nephews, I think, of the late Brother Lee as well. But he's a great artist for sure. Ink the artist, a young writer, and from way back more than 10 years ago now, I identified him as a good writer and a good singer as well. He moved to the UK, really, and he continues to write and produce his music. And believe you me, for persons who doesn't understand that stuff, I want to tell you right now that it's hard work and dedication. Hard work and dedication really is what it takes to get this thing done. And this youngster, he's well into his craft, okay? And he'll be a guest next year on a Monday night show right here on Class FM Radio 92.9. Okay, Ink the artist, a few bars of his prior work.
It can't nothing for you if you ain't got a people.
This one he calls it want to be rich, you want to be rich, you want to be rich, I tell ya.
You're gonna need that.
One vice. We all in enough.
I wonder how it feels to be rich. I wonder how it feels to buy a fire state and live. I wanna know how it feels. So let me take a shot off a ruby rich gal. Pen down, let me slap it up. Pen down, give me slap it up. Hot gal, Caribbean structure. Anguillian bump, I want me rich. I love your pretty little face, little mama. I love that waistline that you got on you. Waistline that you got on you. Love that little face, little mama. I love that waistline that you got on you. So that figure 8 body na normal. Figure 8 body na normal. Face, little mama. But tell me love your pretty shape that's on you. Pretty little face, pretty little shape, and I got that little waist, little mama. Shape that's on you. That little shape that's on you. That pretty little face. Little face. Say me want me rich, richer than Jeff, richer than Mitchell and Ness. Tired of failure and stress. Failure will make you break and I do it again. Girl, you are the best out of all of your friends because me love your pretty face and your appearance. But so many acres the estate for Milan, and the safe full of figures. Thank God for the hands that he paid on. And we pray for the millions, more life. Papa champagne bottle by the poolside. That Toast to a new life. But wonder if feels to live a rich lifestyle. A rich lifestyle. Feels to live a rich lifestyle. I wonder how it feels to be rich, rich. I wonder how it feels to buy a fire estate and live. I wanna know how it feels. So let me take a shot off a ruby rich, gal. Pen down, let me slap it up. Pen down, give me slap it up. Hot, gal, Caribbean structure. Hang Willie and bump, I'm rich. Me love your pretty little face, little mama. I love that waistline that you got on you. Waistline that you got on you. Love that little face, little mama. I love that waistline that you got on you. So that figure 8 body na normal. Figure 8 body na normal.
Yeah, the my ink, the artist right in evening time there for you, man. Yeah, man, I want to be rich, really, truly, ruby rich. I want to be rich like that, man. Yeah, man, and of course, Anguillan-born, UK-based artist, the man himself, Ink, the artist, right there for you. I told you earlier, he's a great writer, great performer as well. And the brother from way back then, over a decade ago, I discovered the brother really had an inkling for writing and for presenting as well. And believe you me, I am one of his big fans out there. This brother, he's Anguillan, but believe me, he's international, and the writing quality has improved a whole lot for sure. And tonight, right here on Class FM, he's about to drop something brand new on you. A brand new number for you tonight, right here on Class FM Radio 92.9. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome my brother Ink, the artist. He's a Little X folks, yes, his area, and from the Ruti Yum Yum Yard right there. I think the nephew of Brother Lee as well, the great nephew of Brother Lee, and also Ronnie, and yes, Karen, his mom, the entire crew there, man, for sure. His folks across there. So Leon, yes, man, Leron, yes, the whole crew, man, the whole crew, Lyndon, those guys right there. He's from in that yard right there, man, the big yard, Little Dicks for sure. But the brother, he's hugely gifted, he's talented with the pen and the vocals as well. So let me go across with my brother. Let me say pleasant good evening to you, my brother, and welcome to Class FM Radio, my brother, 92.9. Good evening, welcome, bro.
How are you? How things? How everybody?
Well, we are here getting ready for summer festival. You know the drift. I know you're in the UK there, and we'll be checking the vibe. No doubt, checking the vibes from there. We're getting ready for sure. But tonight we're here and getting ready for Ink the artist. To drop your track here for you tonight here on the Monday night show, my brother. So welcome. How you doing?
I good. You?
I'm pretty good. Now tell me, what do you have for us tonight now? What do you have for us this time around now? For sure, bro, you're the man for the action. I know for sure, man. And I just said a while ago to people, listeners here on Class FM, that you're highly gifted, hugely gifted with the pen. Vocal-wise, you're great as well. And I can see what's happening. I can see what you're doing. I understand the work you're putting in, bro. And it is international standard, high quality for sure. So what do you have for us this evening? Talk to me.
I'm just trying to bring an intro of the mixtape that I'm working on. Really and truly after Carnival, but I just want to give the people a little feel as still here, you know what I mean?
No, and I love that too. I love your humility. Very humble brother, very humble man. You are indeed, youngster. And I love that too. And yes, of course, you're right. This time of year to bring something, let them know you're here. And of course, this is your contribution to the whole vibe. Because in these times, I'm Ink. What I'm checking now, youngsters are doing all sorts of things. Different vibes are going on right now. I mean, when I check the youngsters, the Mad Minds, and all the guys who are putting stuff out here now, man, they're dabbling with all sorts of beats and all sorts of vibes. So I understand that the guys out there right now, for sure, youngsters, they have a different string going on too. So I guess this is the way the world is going, I'm sure. Yeah.
We just gotta, keep listening to everybody, see what them got coming. I hearing them fellas too, man. Them changing up a bit, a lot adjusting to what, you know what I mean. But me here, I just trying to do, like you say, regional things, big things. They trying to have that music international.
It's happening now. It's for sure. International is the word for you, my brother. So tell me now, what do you have tonight for us now? The track you have for us, a bit about the track, and written by you, and the music by you too. Let's go. Go ahead.
This one here, I hope this one here inspiring a bit for the youths them. You know what I mean? To never give up. Um, But like I said, this one here something just small. Till I come back. When I come back, it's gonna be a problem.
Ah, yeah, yeah. When you come back, will be a problem. So, let's say, I like that one, man. This is the smaller one. Hold this one until you come back. Hold this one to the comeback. When you come back, it'll be a problem. Okay, here. So let's speak about this one now. Then a bit more about the song. So you would have written the song, and what's the message of the song? Tell me. Yeah.
Was sitting on a day just listening to the beat and just talking to myself, and I just poke a bit of my feelings into my lyrics to see the outcome, and I think everything was the way it's supposed to go. Could be better, like I said, working on it, and I got some vibes coming. I'll leave that there.
Okay, all right. So, folks, it's one he called "Be Mindful," a song he called "Be Mindful." I'm about to bring it to you right now, man. So here comes Ing the artist, man. This one he calls "Be Mindful." It's brand new, brand spanking new Ing the artist, guys, right here on Class 792.9. So let me just make sure I have Ing the artist in our system lined up properly right here, and let's present to you the man Ing the artist. Here we go, guys. Class FM 92.9 in the evening time. Brand new material from Ing the artist. He's an England born, UK based artist, bringing to you fresh vibes right here on Class FM radio. Here we go. Here we go.
Is announced of Mr. Roland.
Don't repent from evil.
Let's bring him up. Let's bring him up one time.
Mama say, evil now, wake me up, evil now, get you out. Yeah. Take a peek on my life from Mount Everest. The amount of sleep in my eyes, me not get no rest. You can't walk in my shoes, you will never step down. Take a peek on my life from Mount Everest. The amount of sleep in my eyes and I get no rest. You can't walk in my shoes, I would never step down. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and I trust myself, so me I trust one friend. Me I trust one friend. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, me can't trust myself, so me I trust one friend. Me I trust one friend. Me might lack knowledge, but never common sense. Me nah pop Molly, just roll the weed instead. Get tired for the meds. Only to Jaja, me repent for all the dogs I'm on the pen. KP free pesos. Humble as a lamb, heart of a lion. Stand up to Duppy like David to Goliath. Anytime me ready for the war, ready for the riot. Anywhere we step, we a go shell it down. One press, push out many round. Smarty call paramedics, phone. Bury me feelings, put me heart in a oh, oh, oh. Bury me feelings, put me heart in a oh. Soul full of gold, mind of a goat. Take a peek on my life from Mount Everest. The amount of sleep in my eyes, me not get no rest. You can't walk in my shoes, you will never step down. Take a peek on my life from Mount Everest. The amount of sleep in my eyes and I get no rest. You can't walk in my shoes, I would never step down. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and I trust myself, so me I trust one friend. Me I trust one friend. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, me can't trust myself, so me I trust one friend. Me I trust one friend. Why not to credit? No, we do. It's GMB. SDC for life. We coming. It's incredible.
Yeah, the man Ing the artist right there, Mr. Incredible Ing the artist right there, man, talking about being mindful. Don't well, trust is a serious thing for real, and he don't trust himself. You heard that a while ago there in that song. How can he trust somebody else, really? But wow, lyrics for days. But a timely reminder for youngsters to be mindful. He said, "Be mindful, really be careful, because oftentimes persons who are close to you are the ones who undermine you too." So, and it's a conscious, it's a timely reminder that youngsters that not every grin face teeth is every grin face, every grin teeth is really mean well for you. No, sir, there can be danger lurking around the corner as well. My brother, a timeless song for the youngsters, and I'm happy to hear you thinking this way, though, because I mean, in this life is a journey, but you have to be so careful. You have to be mindful, bro. And I love how this song came out right here, man. And again, your vocals are on point, my brother. Congratulations to you one time. Welcome back in.
Blessings on that. But like I say, I sat down and I was thinking about myself, survival, loyalty, and all these things was running through my mind. So I just put it on the script, you know.
Yeah, I got you. I got you on that, brother. On the script, on the script. That's for sure. On the script. Yeah, for sure, bro. And a great job, brother. What you would have done on that one, yeah, for sure. And tell me about the music now recordings. I know you have some high quality stuff, and you have your team in the UK. And who would have done the recording for you? Who would have nice you up like this? Get the nice crisp vocals, the nice mix down, and all this good stuff on the rhythm. Tell me about that.
Engineer just trying to, like I say, the vocals coming better and better. So Alex, the engineer based in Nottingham, nice guy, he does his thing. You can hear the quality. So let's say working on it, trying to see what we could do and just look out for the mixtape in September.
Well, my brother Ink, great the artist, want to thank you for coming through for us here tonight, brother. And I know it's late in the UK, but man, I love what you're doing for sure. You have my support, really, and looking forward to getting more stuff from you after Carnival. I love your voice, man. You have a fresh song, and this stuff can not only really work around here, but it can work elsewhere in the world as well. Not only Anguilla, but around the world for sure. My brother, you have an international flair that I love to hear, and no doubt, my brother out there, very soon the whole world out there will be hearing about Ink, the artist out of Anguilla. Keep on writing, keep on producing, brother. I think you're onto something special. I mean, we all have our gifts. I think you have found yours in writing and producing and singing. I think you have a dung pack. That unique style of yours, I mean, it's world class. I love it. So congrats to you again, my brother.
Him behind everything. Um, I ain't listening out too much people, but you know who he is. Everybody know who them is behind all the big progress that happening. So yeah, man, Hammer, including yourself. So just thank you so much as well.
Okay, my brother Ing, the artist, one love, man. All the best. Have a good evening, bro. Thank you. Congrats to you again, and be safe, brother. All the best to you there in the UK. All right, bye bye. All the best. Ing, the artist for you folks there. He's an Anguillan act and artist, that's for sure. Ing, the artist, and one of our good brothers, man. Little Licks Anguilla. He's out of Little Dick Sanguilla. I think he's Karen's son, yes, and he's Lyndon's, cousin. They're one family in there, maybe family, okay, one family in there. There are one set of folks in there, man. The nephew of the late brother Lee as well, also Ronnie, and those folks. That's their nephew, really and truly. The great nephew, I think he is, Ing the artist, but he's an Anguillan writer, UK based writer and an artist, someone who have a lot of potential. That's why here on Class FM, we take great time and pride to present him to you every single time he produces work out there. It's worth showcasing. You have to showcase your people, and that's what we do here on Class FM Radio 92.9. Okay, so right now, folks, I'm about to move again, folks, here this evening, and let's get into our program here for tonight. And tonight program, let's get onto it quickly. Well, this is part of the program as well, the cultural aspect of things. I want to show you that we're going to stick to the in the rich cultural vein here this evening for a bit more. And let's see what's buzzing today. Well, the Summer Festival kicks off this coming this coming Wednesday, 29th of July at Lansingbourg Cultural Center. Fireworks display, all the good stuff will be happening there. Yes, all happening, guys. So, and I want to invite all the Anguillan people, those who are returning home, to welcome home. I want to say welcome to you. And over the weekend, I saw several persons in already for the summer festival season. The Anguillans will spend 2 weeks here every year. They work hard, and they go to the USA, the UK, or wherever, and they return to Anguilla for summer festival period where they have a great time as well. So they're here, and I would have met so many of them yesterday at Sandy Ground after the A class and B class boat racing. The Peter Perkins Memorial races that we covered today from the Seawater. My first in a very long time. All right, so folks, so look out for Wednesday coming, 29th of July. Yes, at 7:30 p.m. Lansing Bowl comes alive. There will be a lighting parade before that, all the good stuff. But tomorrow morning, we're going to have Fitzroy Brigadier Thomason in here, along with the Royal Anguilla Police Force. So we're going to learn more tomorrow morning around 10 when they arrive here for our usual, for our sit-down, a carnival chit-chat, and, of course, instructional conversation, because I'm sure you're going to get instructions tomorrow from the RPF once they arrive here on the program with us tomorrow morning at 10. They will be your guests in the building. But for sure, though, brace for it. It's coming up, and July 29th, it is coming Wednesday, a grand fireworks display ceremony, all the good stuff, man. And Lansing Bowl Cultural Center will be ablaze with all the good stuff from now right on until the 9th of August, okay? And I want to commend the committee for a couple of things. The one is that this year, over the years, we have cried out a lot about Lansing Bowl being somewhat neglected, not having a lot of action there in the evening time, or a couple of shows, and then we're out of there, and boot owners complain. This year, you cannot complain. There have been activities there, even right now, as I speak to you, there at Lansing Bowl, there are things happening in there. People are in there having a grand time right now. And they've been there last night before. For the last couple of weeks and days, I've witnessed a lot of persons at Lansing Bowl Cultural Center. People are in their booths open, food is selling. I just saw some oxtail from that area a while ago, and some rice and peas and plantain. So there's food in there too. There are drinks in there, and I love that. I have to commend the organizers. Also have to make up the government of Anguilla. I think it was Shelley Rogers Webster who made sure that those booths remain open, really, and they are back at it again now, and they're open and serving us at this point in time. Okay, right now they are open and serving right now for sure. All right, so they're serving food, okay, and all that stuff. I mean, right down until your chicken, your favorite chicken, all your stuff, man, your favorite chicken, fried chicken, all the good stuff, your chips, your burgers, the works, okay. So Lansing Bowl will be a hot spot really for you during the summer festival period as well. So, over the years, we've complained about St. Martin, not complained, we've spoken about St. Martin even here on Class FM, because in St. Martin, even after Carnival is through, the booths there, some booths are open and serving, and we now have that at Lansing Bowl here now too. For the entire year last year, after Carnival, and even to right now, there were some persons in there serving drinks Sundays and Saturdays. You could have gone into the village in there last year, and that's just after Carnival last year, up until this year, sometime in May and maybe June, and you could have sat there and have a cocktail and have some food too. I usually smell the chicken fry from down here. They fried some chicken up there in the village at times, man, for the patrons too. So we had a nice year last year with the village after Carnival, a dry run, and it seemed to work out well for persons. I've seen persons are back now, and high day, around the daytime you go in there, you can get something to eat. So I love that. So for sure, the vendors this year, I don't think they'll be crying out too loud. They'll be more than happy, really, for what's happening there. Before that, though, the big issue right now here in Anguilla, that fire at Corridor, we saw the fire, and we covered that fire. You saw the happenings there, and there's now the control. The fire rescue services says it's now under control, full control. The tires were burnt out there. The question, do I have for you, and for a number of persons out there who have been, would have had the same very question, what are we doing with Corridor? Corridor is the only landfill site we have here, the main landfill site. And we have heard the ministers of Corridor running out of space for all these years. Tires upon tires, literally thousands of tires, hundreds of thousands of tires are stuck across there in Corridor. And why are they sitting there? Why can't we dispose of those tires? You have the same amount, literally thousands of vehicles caused on the street. You see those Shanjangs you have right now? Those Chinese vehicles, that we had many of those before, Chinese vehicles too, and they all ended up Corridor. After a short time, pretty looking, glitz and glamour, and after a while, Corridor. We had Stellas, we had the Ponies, we had XLs, we had Dodge Rams. Not Dodge Rams. We had what again, boy? We had Shamans, Daihatsu Shamans. We had so many cars around the place here, and you can't find one of those cars right now because they're all the Corridor, right? So, only person who have a Stella might be north side there by Fredo. right by Fredo Northside. Maybe a Stella still, and maybe a Hillman. But those Stellas, man, those Stellas were here, and they were in their numbers. And right now, you can't find a Stella anywhere on the road driving. Well, I know Lincoln might have one too. Lincoln, from Transanguilla may have one still somewhere, put away somewhere, but you can't find them. The shaman, the Hatsu shamans, I don't know if you'll find those really. Michael Ewell had one. That is a dead one. She rot down to the stake. I think Brother Lee had one too, and I'm not sure where that ended up, but he had a sharp one as well. But they had several of those shamans around here. Some was powered, some were not powered, but for the most part, they're gone. You had all these vehicles that are here, and at some point, after a while, they all reach Carreto. And when they get to Carreto, they just don't disappear. They are stacked at the landfill site for all these years. For all these years, they're stacked up there, and we're putting more and more. We're crushing some metal, and more we're adding to the bulk right there. And we're not disposing of that stuff. It's sitting there at the landfill site for decades. You see, so you have tires there, you have old cars there, you have construction material there, you have household waste being buried over there in those trenches as well. See, so a lot of pressures on Carreto. And so that's why you see what's happening out there, because quite naturally, with all those chemicals and tires and all this stuff and the heat out there, you can have natural combustion. It's called natural combustion will occur when certain chemicals mix, and you see that stuff even with the space shuttles. Do that type of thing to space shuttles and space. The hypergolic fuels, when they mix some fuels together that naturally ignite, they call them hypergolic fuels, and that's what they use. So you can have that effect even on the land here, really, where substances can come together and just ignite, create a smoke and a fire in a hurry. And with the hot conditions right now too, those conditions are conducive for that type of hypergolic behavior. It can happen with chemical combustion. Just mix chemicals and they can create fire, just like that. Okay. So the tires are there, and the tires are made from fuel. Their tires are made from rubber, and rubber processing includes the petroleum products too. So leaking and all that stuff after years of sitting in the hot sun and buried up there can lead to combustion too. It's quite possible. I don't know what causes it, but these things are quite possible when it comes to old stuff at a landfill site. A landfill site can be a very dangerous place if not handled properly. A landfill site can be deadly. Landfill sites, they look easy, but they're not easy. A landfill site is a serious operation. And here in Anguilla at the Carreto landfill site, we have a lot of work to do with Carreto landfill site. And I know the government of Anguilla over the years, and even to this very day, they've been looking at incinerating and looking at energy to waste energy. That's also possible over the Sabre station. That's a big thing right now for them. They're burning the garbage and creating electricity. And we have Carreto here. A lot of the stuff has been buried for over 30 or 40 years. And that can be disposed of via that same process. You see, so I'm sure that type of thing will really and truly speed up a look at waste energy in Anguilla, because you need to dispose of what is being stored there. Because really and truly, there should be no reason. There is no reason why we should have all of those tires and those old vehicles that metal out there stored at that site. We should have found a way years ago to dispose of those rubber tires and all that stuff. I'm sure that recyclers in the world would want that stuff. Even the metal that we have sitting on is a gold mine, because in China and Japan and elsewhere where they need metals to make washing machines and to recycle it and to make new vehicles, they will want that metal. That stuff is priceless. But here in Anguilla, we have tons of it sitting on at Carreto, and we seem unable to dispose of it really. But that stuff is golden outside of Anguilla. That's golden material. Those industrialized countries will want that stuff in a hurry. All the old steel and beam steel and angle iron we throw away around here, all the stuff they'll want to take it back to smelt it and turn it back into irons and separate all the stuff and create their own type of what they want from it, to create other things like washing machines and new parts for cars and all this stuff, new irons and new sheets of metal, you name it. That stuff is priceless. Okay, so perhaps. I know for sure we're looking at wasted energy, but the metal that is there is quite valuable. We have lots of money. Carreto is full of money. Corridor is a place. It may seem to you like a dump site, but Corridor is stacked with lots of high value. The stuff that's buried there, the stuff that's stacked up there, all that metal, all that glass, all that stuff there is priceless. I mean, you can't pay for that stuff, really and truly. It's right there, and we're just training it away. We're wasting it, we're crushing it, we're burying it, and we are stocking it at the site, and we are causing fires. We are causing our own fires. It's like taking a gun, putting your foot out and shoot yourself in the foot. That's what we're doing to ourselves all the time with Corridor. So this is not a forced fire. And if we don't address the situation in terms of what we have buried there and how we are handling the site, we'll have many more fires because during the hot seasons, and you realize that these things only occur during the summer months. For the most part, they occur then because of the temperature in the atmosphere and all that stuff. It creates the perfect environment for ignition, really of the site. And so it occurs then. So we need to work fast and whatever plans we have for the site to bring under control. Otherwise, there'll be a lot more stuff happening there in a hurry, right? So we need to think about it quickly. And I believe that while we have a plan to do waste energy, that's one of our plans. I would also believe that that metal that we have there is too important metal to throw away, to smelt it. That stuff is expensive. I think the world need that metal. I believe the Chinese need the metal as well. Maybe Americans will need it as well because it can be melted down. And even though we're a small country, we have a lot of metal here. Those cars that we throw on the site, that's valuable metal. Those doors and the chassis and all those parts are from iron, and the galvanized sheeting is all important stuff that we're dumping over there, right? So just to let you know that we have to come up with a plan as to how we're going to deal with that stuff for sure. But this has been the talk for a very long time. Has been the talk for a very long time. Corridor is a place out there that have a lot of important stuff in it. A lot of important stuff is out there. All those machines, stoves, refrigerators, all them, the aluminum, you name it, man. It's out there for sure. And that stuff has a price to it, and people will buy that stuff from us in a hurry. So we need to come up with a plan. I know that we have a plan for, as I said before, for renewables and in terms of waste energy. But, I would want to see us get rid of those tires from there. And I believe that those tires that go to for recycling, we need to create rubbers out. The rubber is important. And the world rubber as well. So all these things can be shipped out of here. Find the right people. Other countries does it all the time. The Dominicanos who are here living in Anguilla ship out container loads of aluminum and other precious metals and also lead too from Anguilla. They ship it out to Santo Domingo, to Dominican Republic, and they make big money on that stuff there. It's one of us in Anguilla sitting down and talking and us doing a whole lot to defend ourselves. Other people are doing bigger things. The Chinese will find a way for it soon too. But those persons from the Dominican DR, Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, they have been shipping out metals now for years. Even copper. We have had issues of copper where some persons have gone to people's homes where they were building houses under new construction, under construction, and pull out the wire and all to sell copper to those who ship copper out of Anguilla. So there are persons here among us who are not really Anguillan, who were born in other countries, who understand the value of what we have in our country, Anguilla. They understand the value much more than we do. They have been shipping containers after container out from here to the Dominican Republic over the years. And they collect all the batteries for the lead. They collect all, the metals and all the aluminum metals, which it can be used to smelt over again and create new metal, recycled metal to make things down there, which is shipped to the world too. Because in Dominican Republic, I've come to realize, based on research, they make lots of stuff like for electrical switches, circuit breakers. The cheapest breakers you'll find now in good breakers too. The Dominican Republic, they make locks and locks and hinges. All this stuff they entered on there big time, and they ship to the first world as well. Sometimes the stuff that you buy in the store, you think it comes from North America or elsewhere. No, sir, it comes from Dominican Republic. They are now into that stuff big time, selling breaker switches for electrical lighting. I mean, those switches for the lights, all this stuff, man. They have become a major player in that industry right there in Dominican Republic. So what we see here in Anguilla, and we tend to look down on the Spanish people sometimes in Anguilla. That's not the case. Where they're coming from is a place of affluence in terms of the manufacturing sectors. Great stuff's happening there. The difference is that in Anguilla, we have a high standard of living. We work for big money. In those places, despite you have all the luxury trains running overhead, big backhoes and trucks and big malls like you see in America, the Dominican Republic healthcare system that is a world class, still though, they're working for small money. That's why they're here. That's why you have everybody here because we pay the most. And you see how it is. I saw a joke going around in St. Kitts recently about Anguilla and how we pay the police officers in Anguilla because we were paying starting at $6,000 EC as a private advertisement. And a person was saying in St. Kitts that's a lot of money, and they should come home here to Anguilla and apply for those jobs as well. So we are paying top dollar. It's no secret. The whole Caribbean knows that. And so that's why persons are prepared to leave their luxury home because in Santo Domingo, where they're from, got more luxury than here, a lot more luxurious things than here. But the dollar here is stronger, so that's why they make the sacrifice to be here to make more money so they can return home faster. And check it out, every time a person retires from Anguilla, from Santo Domingo, who lived in Anguilla for years, and it happened to some of my friends too. Recently, one of our good partners there would have gone back home. Yeah, you see that, and you've seen that, and lots of our people who were here for many years, for decades, when they retire, they return to the Dominican Republic. You know why? The cost of food is a lot lower than ours. That's the first thing. Medical is a lot higher. Medical services, the delivery of health care in the Dominican Republic is first class, top notch. You can't get that stuff here. My friend in Wang goes down every time. Wang leaves from here. When Wang need medical attention, my partner Wang Thomas goes down there for medicals every time. When he has a problem to be fixed up, he go down there quickly and come back. And he gets world-class service down there in a big way. Yeah, we see that, in terms of, how they live their life. The food down there is better too because down there they have more eggs, fresh eggs. They have, they kill their own pork. And you recall that Hurricane Irma, Mr. Love and Mr. It was Don brought up stuff from Santo Domingo. They brought plantain, bananas, provisions, lots of stuff, dasheen, pork, fresh chicken. Down there, they produce lots of food. What they eat is what they grow and produce it down there in the Dominican Republic. So their life is really a lot better down there than coming to here. But the issues that are in Angola, when you work for money, you work for a lot more money than a lot of people in the other places in the Caribbean, right? So without a doubt, I'll tell you right now that we work for more money in Angola than the nationals, the residents of even the residents in St. Martin. We work for more than the folks in St. Kitts. A lot more than those in Antigua. We receive a lot more in terms of pay, personal emoluments than persons in, right there in Grenada, Dominica, if you know that. We work for a lot more. So we have a higher standard of living than most Caribbean people, that's for sure, except for Saba, Statia. But we have a lot going on here. So that's why you find people coming to Anguilla in a very big, because of the cost of living, and because of our higher salaries that we are paying out. So they want to make some more so they can, have a better way of living where they come from, right? So, but they don't want to be here. They don't want to be here. They're here to make a lot of money and get out. Check Christmas time. Christmas time, when, we are into our celebration, a lot of us Dominicanos jet out of here on Sky to Dominican Republic for a grand Christmas celebration. I would have seen it before. Some friends of mine who went down there. What we grew up on, knowing as Christmas back in the day, the old time Christmas, the real sweet Christmas, is down in the Dominican Republic. Two places had that dung pack, Guyana and Dominican Republic. And St. Vincent too have a bit of that as well. What we grew up on, knowing as Christmas, the grand celebrations that we used to enjoy back in the day, that stuff is happening in Dominican Republic, it's happening in Guyana and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Okay, so they go down there for that too, and the family come down from North America and around the world, and they have a whale of a time in those countries as well. So that's why they are here in our country, Anguilla, living and working just for a time, right? So we need to get smarter. So they're taking the metals from here, shipping them down to Dominican Republic. They're making a killing too. They are becoming millionaires from those shipments of metals that they're shipping out of Anguilla. But we here in Anguilla, we see that stuff. We don't know what to do with it. And we have wise guys here too, I'm sure, who knows what to do with this stuff, but we do nothing. We just sit and because we sit every day and we make a lot of noise. We wish bad for our friends and our colleagues, and we do nothing as a people, while other persons come in and see the opportunities and take advantage of the things that we could be doing for ourselves and make a lot of money and become heavier than us. There is another thing there, and I want to get back to our carnival chat, but this is all part and parcel of the same thing. I'm talking about the do nothing attitude some of us have in Anguilla. There's a guy who came here with the Indians, and I don't want to call his name because I don't want to embarrass anybody, but he came to Anguilla with the Indians. And he was at Four Seasons, one of the hotels. And today, That brother has set himself up in the land. That brother, along with other people too, they have done the same thing. And today they're buying lots of Angolan lands, real estate. They are in the process of buying a major complex right in Angola, a major building the bank is selling. They're going to buy it. So you leave from a guy who's a tiler, came in as a tiler with the Indians, and you are now going to own a lot of Angola. You're purchasing lands everywhere. You're living the life. You're doing it big time, and they're about now to purchase one of the biggest buildings around here yet. And that's on the cards right now. And he came in just as a regular Joe Blow, as an Indian working on the Viceroy projects. You see, so they came in, they saw opportunity, they locked and loaded, and now they too were in the thick of things. And the Chinese did the very same thing as well. That's how they would have gotten ahead of us too. So we don't have that kind of drive, it seems like, but those people are hungry for opportunities, and when they see what we have around here, they grab that stuff with both hands. Today we are, the Asians are, and today we are the Chinese, the Asians, yes, and the Indians are, the Arabs are in Angola. Our people were the ones there, but the issue here is that those persons who had the hunger to strive for those things would have long passed, and they would have died out, like the Lakes and the Ashleys and a couple other people around here who were pushing Mac Brookses, and those guys really would have Walton, Age eventually, and Age, yes, would have taken some persons out for a bit too, taken them down a little bit, but not a whole lot. And yes, I reference my brother Walton. Walton is still willing to try, but he's getting down a bit. He's getting older. Well, he cannot do a lot more like what he used to do back in the day. So that cadre of Angolan business persons who were strong, they're no more. Have others who have that drive now, and it's not our people. We don't have that drive that the Asians or the Indians, not that other persons. We lack that drive, so they are now enjoying the benefits, of that stuff that our people once had. They are now the ones in charge of the economy of Angola. So just where we are right now as a people. So it's so sad, but it's all part of it. So it's all part of the culture conversation. This is how culture has evolved over the years, where we have changed a whole lot. First, we were hungry for these things. We are no longer hungry. We are now prepared to take a job and just cuss. We cuss every day. We cuss hammer. We cuss this person. We cuss this person. This person's a fool. And we go on bad. We cuss our own people. And while we're cussing our own people, there are others who are taking the whole cake. We make noise about politics and all these things, and why we're doing that, we don't control anything. We are surrendering the power to other people. That's what we're doing, you see. So on this carnival season, as we prepare to celebrate and jump high sky, think about these things. We need to understand where we are. And the fire corridor and all these things, really, when you put them all together, and the grand scheme of things in a big mix, and you begin to turn the mix, you recognize where we are as a people. And again, because corridor should never be that way. If we were people who had ideas and plans and a lot of ambition to get things done, Carito should have been different. I mean, really and truly, fellas with big money could have done Carito differently, could have removed that stuff for years ago now, because rubber's expensive. People want to buy rubber, old tires. They want to buy metal too, but we're not selling it. The only people trying to just export some out of here first are the Santo Domingo fellows, the Dominicanos. Only them understand what needs to be done. So if they weren't doing that, we would have had a lot more metals over at Carito, precious metals at Carito, to be destroyed by fire, or to be burned by fire. All right, so folks, enough of that aspect now. Just about 21 down after 9. That's our time here this evening. And another issue that's really has to be prepared for culture. This is all culture now. Is our youngsters here in Anguilla. I've been receiving a litany of complaints, really, from a number of persons here in Anguilla about our youngsters, really and truly concerns about youngsters, and they cuss a lot because really bad, we cuss each other to the max, and they have somehow, and we fight too, because you're right. Now you're right about that, just Gene Brooks. You're right about that, because I can see that here in Anguilla. We tend to fight on our own people. We put some pressure on you. When I saw the fire, I have to remember, at this point, I had me laughing in my mind yesterday when I saw the fire again. I said to myself, look at this. You have the Department of Physical Planning in Anguilla, and people like, Larry Franklin and Sharon and all those other persons, they are very concerned about race funeral homes, crematory, But here it is now, a fire corridor. I mean, they concern about particulates, they concern about emissions and all that stuff. Corridor had the biggest crematory burning on Saturday and Sunday and even yesterday and even today. And no one, that stuff, who controlled that? Who could have dealt with that there? I mean, you're looking for pollution in the atmosphere. That was, massive pollution. Massive pollution. So where were Larry Franklin? Where were Sharon? And where were other members of the team to see that day? So that day was serious stuff. That day was massive. That was cremation at its worst. And the particulates were coming down everywhere across Anguilla on system tops and rooftops. So maybe then they will try to punish God for that now, perhaps, because that was not. Cremation is nowhere close to that. Cremation is nowhere close to that, and what we saw there on Saturday. So when I saw that, my mind went back on those guys and what they're saying and what they're hoping to avoid in Anguilla. But with cremation, I guarantee you'll never see that type of thing happening. But it happened here, and they couldn't stop it. Look at that. So that crossed my mind yesterday, and also this morning. We're all in the area. It crossed my mind a bit. All right. So they would have had pollution. And it's still burning, so there's pollution on a large scale. And so let's see who they will now blame for that situation, because they appear to be very concerned about massive pollution and all that stuff, and all these things they're asking families to come to get to do with it in order to become certified to be able to carry out cremation here in Anguilla. So let's look at that, my brothers, and see what can happen in the blink of an eye, and understand the people's situations where they are. Anyhow, enough of that. But that just crossed my mind when I saw that stuff, man, on Saturday. What it is that we are dealing with here in our country, Anguilla. Now, the other big story now for us, the other big story that we have here going for us right now here in Anguilla is an issue of our youngsters here in Anguilla. The issue of alcohol abuse. It has come to to a point where there are persons in Anguilla, organizers in Anguilla, who are very concerned about these things. Very concerned about it. There appear to be an uptick in alcohol use among our youngsters, and during these events around here, there's a big view expressed by some persons that more youngsters are drinking rum. And those who are drinking the rum, they are not 18-year-olds. So much so that the Summer Festival Committee would have made an alert jingle to alert bartenders and parents, etc., of underage drinking, because it is becoming a major problem in the society. Now, I don't know what would cause a guy 13 years to drink rum or 14 to drink rum, but reports are coming in of seeing youngsters who are school age, being intoxicated. All right, so they did a lot recently, trying to stop that from happening. And I want to bring it to you because these things are real, and I want you to hear these real things that are happening. So they did this a lot here, trying to sensitize bartenders and boot owners at Lansing and around the country to be careful selling alcohol to youngsters. If you see a fellow looking young, ask for ID. Don't sell him any rum, because reports are coming in of youngsters drinking a lot of this stuff, man, and they're turning up drunk, they're turning up intoxicated, and that's not a good thing at all. And it's a concern that right now that lots of persons in the system have for youngsters. So here's that jingle. I want you to hear it for yourselves. I'm not making this up. This is a very serious concern that the authorities in Anguilla have at this time. Here we go.
The Anguilla Summer Festival is a time to celebrate our culture, our music, and our community. Let's make it a safe and enjoyable experience for everyone. To our festival patrons, if you're under the age of 18, drinking alcohol isn't just unsafe, it's against the law. Alcohol can impair your judgment, affect your health, and put you and others at risk. Parents, guardians, family members, and friends, please don't purchase or provide alcohol for anyone under the age of 18. A moment of poor judgment can have lasting consequences. To our vendors, you play a vital role in keeping our festival safe. Before serving or selling alcohol, always ask for valid identification if a customer appears to be under 18. If they cannot provide proof of age, do not make the sale. Selling alcohol to anyone under the age of 18 is against the law and may result in fines, loss of your vendor privileges, or other legal consequences. Remember, no ID, no sale. Together, we can make a difference. Let's work together to create a festival where everyone can celebrate responsibly, protect our young people, and showcase the very best of Anguilla. Celebrate the culture, respect the law, protect our future.
Okay, you heard that. That's about the youngsters out there, and that's a problem. So the issue is, where's that coming from? Because I don't recall. I went to school here, and we grew up here, and we drank. I mean, we were big boys, big men. But these guys are drinking this stuff now at 14, 15, 13 years old. And you know what also came to me is that the young ladies, some of the guys are saying to me, young ladies, and now those girls who are 13, 14 years old are doing more drinking than the boys. So that's shocking to hear too, because back in the day, a fellow would get drunk, and the old guys would drink up their liquor and get drunk, but ladies were keeping their place. They were keeping their dent, as the old people used to say, whatever it means. You have the old people used to say you have to have your dent. I don't know what it means, but they use those words back in the day, colloquial terms. But what you're now seeing, and what you're now seeing coming up right now is that these guys are really and truly doing their thing, you see. And so what's causing that to happen now for young women in particular? Because again, reports reached us here that of officials seeing youngsters in the village some night here, young girls drunk, staggering down, heading down, and so how do you fix those problems? And if you have a daughter coming home to your house and after 1, 2 in the morning, kind of turning up the place, I mean, you should be concerned about that too as a parent as well. I wouldn't want to see my daughter coming home drunk. I would be really, really and truly annoyed by that. That will disgust me highly, really and truly, to be coming in and turning up the place drunk as a young woman, you see. So, okay, and just to say that to you, we have seen that we have seen that happening here in our country, Anguilla. So how do you address that? How do you address how do you address the situation in terms of to get those kids under control? How do you do it? How do you stop them from drinking that alcohol? And the persons who sell that alcohol to them, because I heard that even though persons were warned really not to do that for some vendors, they were still selling liquor to these youngsters. I'm hearing that as well. I am hearing that, is that they are selling it still to our people, so youngsters. So how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you stop them? Because the law is very clear on that. And tomorrow when the police comes in here, I intend to have that discussion with them as well. How do we enforce the law of the land? Because the law is very clear as to who should drink alcohol, who can't drink alcohol. On the minors should not be sold alcohol at all. The laws of Anguilla prohibits bartenders from dispensing and selling alcohol by retail or wholesale to young people. So tomorrow when the police come for their segment with us here on Class FM Gospeling, I intend to raise that point. I intend to raise that point, point really here with us, with them when the time comes. So that's a big issue we're facing as well. So 27 now before the 10 o'clock hour. That is our time we have here now. This evening, and here this evening, Class FM Radio and 92.9. So that's a big issue that we are facing, not only at Lansing Bowl but across the country as well. So who will police those things? Who will police those things? Who will take care of those issues? Really, those issues are there. Police, and police will have to take care of that because the law of the land must be enforced. You see, so more work for them. But if they're bar owners at Lansing Bowl who are getting the alerts and have been told in meetings not to dispense liquor to youngsters, well, then you just should not do that thing at all. You should not do that for sure. Anyway, you should not do that stuff. You should desist. Anyhow, but tomorrow though we'll discuss that right here on the program. Other than that, folks, what has happened now too is another thing I saw around here, because I'm next to Lansing Bowl Cultural Center, and what I've seen too around here is I've seen this. I've seen this with my own eyes. Around here, really and truly. Back in the day, jams used to start around 8 or 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock thereabout, and by the time you look, you're there jamming for a while. 1 o'clock you're home. Now jams run until 3, 3, 4 in the morning time now. And what you're now seeing is youngsters who's coming out now is youngsters. Right now they're 15 years old, 16 years old. They're coming out this time of the night, and they party hard, and then they go home. They go home too after 3, 4 in the morning, and they're back in their houses. Now it's a new style. The culture's evolving in a whole lot, because back in the day, you would not have left your house around midnight to go to a party. Right now, these guys show up around 11:30 midnight, and they go hard one time. I've seen this right here. I'm in Lansing Bowl area, right? And sometimes I'm here, I'm working late, and I can see things happening. And I will see 10 o'clock come, nobody's here. Band striking up. 11 o'clock, nobody's there. 11:30, cars start pulling up. Yeah. By midnight, the yard here by me full of cars. Yeah. 1 o'clock. You can't get in or out, yeah, man. And they jump hard from there. 3:30, 4 o'clock, they're gone again. So it's a new style, a whole new style we see around here, happening around here, really, with the youngsters, and they're doing it. But again, I guess we had our time of that too. I mean, you go hard a certain time, but this their time now. They have a different speed altogether, bro. And I observe it really and truly, and they got energy. They got energy can done. These guys are young, energetic, and they're pumping hard. They're going hard. All the way, they're going very hard indeed. That is what they're doing. They're going super hard, for sure. That's what they're doing. So guys, so I've observed that. So right now, if you have, from what I see here at Lansing Bowl in the last couple of weeks now, if you have, let's say 300 people going out, 250 of those might be youngsters younger than 25, 30. The young people who are out there now jumping up high skies. So what does that mean though for the older folks who are in their 40s and 50s now? It means does it mean that you have to pull aside now and allow the guys to go through? I don't know, but it's a lot going on. It's a whole lot going on now for sure. With these youngsters, so and they're jumping high sky, yeah. And what they're now doing, their music right now, what they're into, is a lot different to what you're into for sure. Tonight on the program here, when I spoke to Mr. Incredible, I spoke about that too. The changing, our music is evolving. Back in the day, Nord songs, Mussingtons, Kingsley Ultradites, and Mega Force, and Axel Band type of a song. Now the song has changed a whole lot. You have a different song now coming through with the youngsters. So everything has changed a whole lot for sure. So someone said to me that this morning on the phone line here, it's their time to shine now, and they're doing it big time. So this is what you have. This is how we have now the Mad Minds and all those guys going so hard now, doing different things. Youngsters dropping tracks right now and are very popular with the people out there, because they understand what they want. They understand their time, their era, and the music that they want to hear for sure in a big way. Even to record those youngsters now, to record them on tracks now, to lay down a track for them now, is difficult. They have to record themselves, because right now those guys have a different air, different sound, and they know what they're looking for in terms of recordings now. So it's not what it used to be for sure. Things have changed a whole lot, but that's how the world goes. And at some point, it will come back to this. That's how it is too. Because I realized that after the guys become a bit older, they settle down and they mellow out too, and they return to how we are behaving now, in our minds and our actions too. That is what they do right now, and they go hard. They drink a lot of rum one time. They smoke up their stuff and they go super high, and they have a grand time. And tell you what a time we had. So I mean, I can't blame them, because I really can't blame them for having a grand time, and. I can't blame them for having a grand time for sure because they had a time really when I'm sure we would have done that for sure. Okay, all right. So I don't know, but they go home, they come out there 11:30 midnight. Them here, yeah, midnight 1 o'clock. Place cock full of people, lots of youngsters. 2, 3 in the morning, man, they've been full element. By 3:30, 4 o'clock, they're gone. They're out of here, full speed, and that's how it is right now. That's how Anguilla's running right now. So you won't see a crowd before 11:30, 12. And most of these sessions around here, when youngsters come out, they come out to party. And you know what? In those, I mean, right now, I mean, to take off your shirt and walk outside, I mean, it's kind of cold with your no sleeves on, no back, your back out, and all that stuff. The older folks would get sick. You would need Bengay and Creoline and all those things, Bengay to rub down with, and Vicks and all those, and all those mental stuff to rub down with. Right now, those guys come outside, young ladies, and it's back out, and the belly out, and everything open up, and they're outside, and they're doing great. No problems, no problems. When you're young, that's when you're young, you have that advantage. You can do all those things, Your knees don't hurt, your feet don't hurt, There's no back, no problem. You just go out and have a grand time. So they can enjoy themselves for sure. But my concern though is those youngsters who are opting to drink liquor at 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. That should be discouraged as soon as possible. Hammer, what are you saying? Police had no power to make them go home. You're giving the impression that we are a lawless society. No constitution, no rules. We have rules, yes, but who enforces the rules? We are crying out to shopkeepers. I mean, to bartenders, yes, to not to do that. The laws on the books and teacher, my dear teacher, in Anguilla, over the years, we've had an issue. We have been having an issue for a lot of years now. The issue of enforcement. The issue of enforcement is a very serious one. For some reason, my dear teacher, and it's not only in this department, this area, there are persons really and truly, my dear teacher, really for some reason, the system, somehow we have laws on the books for years, and there's no enforcement. I don't know what causes it to happen. It's very difficult sometimes to get enforcement on these matters, very difficult at times, okay? And, okay, so, and, okay, so we have seen that. We have seen that with our own eyes, really, and for sure here. So so they have the power, but it's on the books, and somehow the driving enforcement. For example, there's a law on the books for litter abatement act. The law is there too. The law calls for litter wardens and to give fines for litter. Yet you see trucks and you see person littering, and there's no penalties for that. This time of year, summer festival time, you're going to see a lot of that happening, and there'll be nothing for that. There'll be no, and there will be no punishment for that. You're going to see that happening for sure. No punishment for those things, but the law is there to be enforced. And for some reason, my dear teacher, we're not very good at enforcing the law. I don't know what's causing that to happen, and who do you turn to drive compliance. But we have been having difficulty in our country, Anguilla, for a very long time, not just now, for decades now, as it relates to law enforcement. We doesn't enforce the rules on the book, and therein lies our problem. You're right about that, teacher. Teacher, you're right, because there's a very clear law. The law is very, very clear. It's very pellucid as it relates to who should be served alcohol or who should have the right to consume alcohol in our society. And it prohibits strictly minors from getting close to alcohol, but there are persons who want to make some money, some bartenders who doesn't care about those things, and I believe that the penalty should be stiffer on those persons who know better and refuse to do better. They want to make the $5, $6 shots, and they want that money, so they will ignore the cries from the committee and other persons who are crying out about it. They will tend to turn a blind eye and sell them the liquor, but there should be penalties for that. Once you're doing that, charge you the penalties on the books for sure, and you as a vendor should be restricted too at some point. If you don't hear, you'll feel. So if you're going to do that to sell alcohol to youngsters, well, somehow then they should restrict you from operating in that area. And I think that will send a clear message to them for sure, because if they know though that you just can talk, you're going to do nothing, they don't mind making a few extra $5 bills at the night, and say I'm sorry, But if there are consequences for actions taken like that, where you sell rum and you have issues where you're restricted, where you can't sell for a week, and this week you're struck off the list, etc. The person will be fearful. So you must drive fear in their hearts, and right now there's no fear really. There's people are doing what they want. Really, there's no fear. There's no fear, teacher. That's for sure. No fears out there. Okay, so right now, folks, I'm just about 17 now before 10. I think I can ease it here now and get out of here. I've been at it for all day, and tomorrow we have another all day. Tomorrow, Her Royal Highness will be with us tomorrow here. Yes, Queen Roxy will be dropping a track tomorrow evening on you. The Mighty Messenger will be our guest tomorrow as well. He'll be here too tomorrow as well with us on the program. He'll be in around 5, 4 o'clock, 4:30, 4 o'clock, yes. And the Queen will be here at around 6. I'll be in around God's willing for that, for the Queen to be in the building. She'll be in the building tomorrow morning. We're down to have RAPF and some of Festival Committee Chair, Mr. Fitzroy Brigadier Tomlinson in here as well, where we will speak some more about these issues that are plaguing us at this point in time. Also, the issues of control, crowd control, traffic control, these are all important matters. But the alcohol, the rum story is a big one, It's a big one, man. You gotta wait, take your time. You just can't get up as a 13-year-old and begin to plaster rum. That don't work so. Rum don't done. So if you wait for a while, wait for 18, 19 years old, maybe you'll last longer too. The less of that you drink, the better for you, right? So you will last a little longer as well. So man, don't go so crazy. And I heard from one person who said that they saw a child that they knew in school, he really passing drunk, walking drunk already, done plastered by alcohol. So I would have seen that. I would have seen that. Okay, so guys, we are here now, and Class FM Radio 92.9 here in the evening time. So I can leave it there for now. I believe I can leave it there for now. And next Monday we will. Next Monday, August. Oh boy. Next Monday, I won't be in next Monday. Next Monday will be Juve morning, August Monday. We'll be, this time, Cosmic will be Sandy Ground, jumping up, Sandy Ground on the beach. I believe, most likely, that's where most people will be on that day. Down for the Caribbean Beach Party, having a time. Yeah, really and truly. That's where we are right now, for sure. Right, for sure. All right, so, folks, we're here. We're here. Class FM 92.9. So I want to thank you for being a part of our program here tonight. And I want to say, want to wish all those persons out there, yes, and who are celebrating birthday today, please enjoy the remainder of this, your very special occasion, that's for sure. And anniversary celebrants as well. You too have a great one, man. And of course, we thank you. We love you for sure. And we come your way every Monday evening right here on this program, Class FM Radio, to really and truly be with you on the program, on the big issues that are rolling out there for us and in the land. And I recognize something, that we are all in together. We are all in this together. We are one people. We are one people. And it's important for us to understand that we are one people. And we need to do good by our people. We are very unkind sometimes to our own people. The things that are happening in Angola sometimes make you want, they make you go, wow. Because we can be very difficult. We can be downright nasty. We can be downright worthless to our own people. We can really go hard on our own people sometimes. And sometimes we get the impression that we give the foreigner a pass. We are soft on those people. We tend to love them even more. Or somehow we tend to have bad mind against our own people, and it happens all the time. Some things are not good. Some things are not good for me. Too good for me. Too good for you. I've seen this right here in Anguilla. I've seen this here in Anguilla where I have done things, folks, and here, even around Carnival, and I do lots of things, and they treat you how they want to treat you. They treat you how they want to treat you. You can't make anything out of these things like that because you're an Anguillan. It's too much for you. But if a foreigner comes in and he do what I'm doing, he will be handsomely rewarded. And what really drove it home to me was sometime last year when I was contacted by the Discover Dominica Tourism Authority, to do some work for them. And when I didn't make an offer at all, but when I saw what they were offering to me, I thought they were making a mistake, though, because and never before in my life, really, doing what I've been doing, have such an offer ever came across my table. They were making me a decent offer, But the offer involved me traveling there too and getting a hotel room. That too was part of the plan for me. The hotel room, transportation to be covering the event in Dominica. I turned most of that thing down because I wasn't going down there to cover the Creole Fest really and truly at a time like that. I wasn't in that frame of mind either, but I'm sure someone else would have gone on there. But they made me an offer that like offer made in heaven. In Anguilla, my own people here would have, for the most part, they push you around, they cut you out, and they question everything. They cut you down, they beat you down to the ground. That's what they do. And I thought that was a fluke. But then again, I got another offer or two from another country recently as well. I would have done some more stuff in Nevis recently as well. Sinkits. I did some work for them. And I recognize that they too are making you better offers than Anguilla. So countries that have less money than Anguilla in terms of the pay are offering you a lot more for your services, than here in Anguilla. In Anguilla, they cry you down, they beat you down, they ball out, and you have to go down to the ground, work for nothing. But it doesn't happen that way in other countries, you see. So I said that to say this. So that is one example of how we are very stiff on our own people. We watch our people tight, and we tend to limit them. We tie them up in ropes. But other persons can come through, and we give them everything. We roll out the carpets for them. There are persons who come here and do work in Anguilla, and they get the cream of the crop. And while others who are here doing lots of things for them, nothing for you. And that's how the dice rolls around here in Anguilla. So I recognize that, and that is not only confined to my area, but right across Anguilla. There are persons who are investing in Anguilla, making big investments in Anguilla, and they're being hammered by this. They're being hammered by their own people. Sometimes you're one of his bad mind, and there are others who come in from overseas who are handed a red carpet to walk on, and all the help in the world they need to get their stuff done. But you can destroy a family, persons for 2 and 3 years. Just that easy because you don't like them because of some reason, for whatever reason it is. It happens in Anguilla, and it happens to lots of people in our country, Anguilla. So when I say that we are sometimes deadly and worthless and nasty to our own people, and we have no interest really and truly in trying to help our own people, is real. I've seen it over the years, even here with me. So I know what I'm speaking about. If you're here, I know our people very well. People sometimes they ain't easy. You'll find something in between who are decent minded and good to you, but there's some who are not easy at all. And I understand Anguilla like that. That's how I understand Anguilla. That's how we are as a people. It can be that way, okay, for sure. Anyhow, so folks, and I want to take you right now. So So good evening to you guys, and again to all of our people out there. Good evening to you, and have a great Monday night. Class FM Radio 92.9 here in the evening time. Okay, so I'm singing Anguillan. It was a South Valiant, it seems like, for over the years. Simon Bernardi Levens, good evening to you, sir. Good evening to you. A relative of ours in the USA, good evening to you, sir. And to the family circle there as well. We reach you on this Monday night, okay, from South Valley. Okay, sir. All the best to you guys. So peace and love, guys. I'm Class FM 92.9, and being ended here. So I'll catch you. I think I will catch you. Not next Monday. Monday we'll be at Juve. Monday we'll be at Beach Party. Monday we'll be jumping up. We're really having a God's willing, with God's help, we're jumping high sky. You see, but that's where we'll be, and God's willing. So the following Monday will be the 10th. So after Carnival. Okay, so let's play by ear, see what we get, and because let's see what we get. So maybe the 10th, God's willing. So this Monday evening program will ease until after Carnival. So we're gonna have it next week. But we'll be here with you doing our thing, all right? So, folks, thank you for being a part of the happenings, and we love you for sure. And thank you for choosing Class FM Radio 92.9 every single time, yeah? You hold the spot, man. Hold the spot that you've got. Class FM Radio 92.9 here in the evening time. Hold the spot that you've got. Welcome to AI on the Beach. You heard me right. AI on the Beach. August Wednesday, Boat Race AI and Business Innovation Festival proudly presents AI on the Beach. Anguilla, the home of AI. Join us this August for an unforgettable beachfront experience at the famous August Wednesday Boat Race in Blowing Point, Anguilla. Come experience why Anguilla is known as home of AI, where innovation, opportunity, island culture, national pride come together. Hosted directly on the beach by the Blowing Point Community Club, this exciting all-day festival combines the energy of Caribbean boat racing and the future of artificial intelligence, business innovation, and youth empowerment. Our AI and business innovation presentations include artificial intelligence, business intelligence, smart dashboards and data analytics, AI chatbots and automation, AI-powered sales and marketing systems, AI tools for small businesses. Come and benefit from our introductory AI app design classes. You will learn how AI applications are created, the basics of AI app designs, building AI-powered business tools, dashboard and chatbot development, cloud-based AI platforms, and AI opportunities for entrepreneurs and students. There will be featured guest speakers, live AI demonstrations, youth and student AI competitions, prize giveaways, local AI business owner showcases, interactive technology displays. At the same time, soak up the Beachfront Festival experience. I'm talking about the annual exciting August Wednesday boat race in Blowing Point. To complement the experience, there will be live musical entertainment, food vendors and island cuisine, drinks and refreshments, beachfront networking, and family-friendly activities. Mark down the date, August Wednesday Boat Race, AI and Business Innovation Festival. Anguilla, home of AI.
Anguilla, Anguilla, Anguilla time. Anguilla, Anguilla, Anguilla time. Anguilla, Anguilla, Anguilla time. Anguilla, Anguilla. Get ready for the summer. Anguilla for the summer.
Visit Anguilla and win US $10,000. Purchase your Anguilla Summer Festival passport today and be a part of the biggest summer experience of the year. Attend the official festival events. Scan your passport at each event and you'll be entered for a chance to win the grand prize. The more events you attend, the more scans you collect, and the greater your chances of winning. Get your festival passport today by visiting www.anguillasummerfestival.com. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement, celebrate the culture, and walk away US $10,000 richer. Anguilla for the summer. Be there, scan, vet, and win.
Get ready for the summer. Anguilla for the summer.
Anguilla, get ready for an unforgettable summer event. Yes, the countdown is on for the South Valley Community Street Festival. Join us on Saturday, August 1st from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. as South Valley comes alive with energy, entertainment, and community spirit. Enjoy a full day of delicious foods, exciting vendors, family fun, great giveaways, and non-stop vibes for everyone. Keeping the energy high all day will be DJ SWAT with live performances by Took and the Boys String Band, Road March champions out of St. Martin, the Skillful Band, and closing out the night in spectacular style with Boss and the Horsepower Band. Bring your friends, bring your family, and come experience one of the biggest community events of the year. The South Valley Community Street Festival, blazing with excitement, bursting with vibes, and powered by the community. Mark down the date, Saturday, August the 1st, 2026, South Valley. Don't miss it. The Red Dragons Disco South Hill presents the annual 35 years and up Oldie Goldie Extravaganza. It all goes down on Carnival Friday, August 7th at the Red Dragons Disco from 10 p.m. until dance the night away to the mesmerizing flashback tunes cranked out by Anguilla Zone International Mixmaster DJ Sugar and the renowned high-flying DJ Tights. Soup and drinks will be on sale. Admission to this special affair, only $20. Make plans right after the Anguilla Summer Festival Grand Parade of Troops. All roads lead to the Red Dragon Disco South Hill for 35 and up Oldie Goldie Extravaganza on Friday, August 7th from 10 p.m. until at the Red Dragons Disco.
Up in the morning, whole country in shockwave. Meet us spinning faster than a thief who just get brave. Bright suit for the sky and flower double feet. Tell me how the poor man supposed to eat, but grandma voice got through the despair. Child, hold your faith, don't you fear. She said somewhere, somehow, someone care. He's the creator, provide money, bills get high. God is your provider, provide many shelves. Look empty and dry. Keep your spirit strong. Let faith be the rhythm to the song. So we dance into pressure. Leave your worries to Jah. Lift your head high. Faith is the wings when the prices fly. The remedy is fasting, cost of living high, but we still surviving. Truth be told, we are rich in soul. Whoa. Light bill always laughing and rent ready to fight. Gas price changing morning, noon and night. Supermarket smiling when you reach the cashier, but your pocket crying out in fear. So we plant little seed in the backyard soil, pepper and tomato. Watch we sweat and fade, boy. When we share what we have, we surviving as we toil. He's the creator, provide money, bills get high. God is your provider, provide many shelves. Look empty and dry. Keep your spirit strong. Let faith be the rhythm to the song. So we dance into pressure. Leave your worries to Jah. Lift your head high. Faith is the wings when the prices fly. The remedy is fasting, cost of living high, but we still surviving. Truth be told, we are rich in soul. Know everyone hustling online, all on the roadside. One God of those who help themselves and always will. He's the creator, provide money bills get high. God is your provider, provide many shelves. Look empty and dry. Keep your spirit strong. Let faith be the rhythm to the song. So we dance it to pressure. Leave your worries to Jah. Lift your head high. Great is the wings when the prices fly. The remedy is fasting, cost of living high, but we still surviving. Truth be told, we are rich in soul.
Aquam Check, your pure, refreshing, and reliable drinking water producers and distributors, is putting on one grand, exciting summer festival raffle. You heard me right. Aquam Tech Grand Raffle, just in time for the Anguilla Summer Festival. It is easy like ABC. Make purchase of 2 refills or more and receive your complimentary raffle ticket. Prizes include $300 Eyes Wide Shut ticket, massage for one at Shreve